Once upon a time, in the heart of an enchanted forest, there was a peculiar woman who frequented the park. She stood at a petite height but bore an oversized head and trembling hands. Her demeanor was erratic. Sometimes she would flit about, shouting nonsensical ramblings about the undead and corpses. Other times she'd freeze mid-path, observing passers-by with her piercing gaze. Her eyes were hauntingly black, their pupils dilated wide. With a toothy grin revealing neat rows of pearly whites, she resembled a witch more than any mortal woman. Her strange behavior began to escalate when she started hanging animal paws from tree branches, and discoveries of mutilated bodies under various shrubs became commonplace. The whispers grew louder as birds' carcasses turned up in the fountain, heads twisted 180 degrees. Worse still, she lured children away with candies before attempting to drown them in the same fountain. Twice, she was apprehended, only to escape each time, eventually making the park her lair. The whereabouts of this so-called witch remained elusive. Some claimed they saw her lurking near abandoned housing complexes close by. I, too, had glimpsed her on moonlit nights within the park grounds, yet felt no urge to alert anyone. She came and went swiftly, merely to hang animal parts or hide their remains among foliage. Strangely enough, she also took to leaving trails of her own hair throughout the woods and defecating wherever she pleased, even on lifeless creatures. Matters worsened when the witch began strolling through the park armed with a meat cleaver. From dawn till dusk she prowled, eyeing every passerby menacingly. When sanitation workers and law enforcement arrived, she disappeared into thin air, always evading capture. This continued until one fateful day, not far from those forsaken dwellings, her lifeless body was found. An autopsy revealed that she had impaled herself with the very same meat cleaver while trying to conceal it amongst her belongings. This situation continued until the matron decided to make an afternoon appearance. Accompanied by her brood, she tried to mingle with larger crowds, offering to let each person take one of her children. She spun tales of poverty and suffering, claiming they came from a country plagued by famine and ruled by evil men. An absurd, tragic story designed to elicit tears, but instead repelled potential caregivers. With her exaggerated gestures and insistent offers, she attempted to forcefully give away her children, almost stripping them naked in the process. Unwilling to be part of this charade, I intervened, calling for help from two nearby men. We managed to restrain her before the police arrived. In hindsight, it became clear that this woman was indeed a child kidnapper who had stolen infants right from their mother's arms. A decades-old case of serial abduction that had gone unsolved due to lack of concrete evidence. And now, the thief herself had emerged, along with her grown children, whom she kept imprisoned in her basement. She fed them bread and milk, bathed them twice a fortnight, according to her claims. True children of the underground. She refused to explain her motives, simply shaking her head and remaining silent, like a fish out of water. A rather chilling tale, one that left me feeling uneasy for quite some time afterward. After the disturbing encounter with the woman and her children, I found myself unable to shake off the unsettling feelings that lingered within me. The images of those pale, hollow-eyed creatures haunted my dreams, leaving me restless and on edge. My mind raced with questions, trying to piece together what I had witnessed and experienced. As word spread about the incident, the entire town was thrown into a state of shock. People whispered about the strange events unfolding in the park, speculating wildly about the true nature of the woman and her entourage. Some believed she was a sorceress or a demon in disguise, while others thought she might have been mentally ill. Regardless of the theories, fear gripped the hearts of many, causing attendance at the park to dwindle significantly. Despite the growing anxiety, I couldn't help but feel drawn back to the park. There was something about the enigma surrounding the woman and her children that called to me, fueling my desire to uncover the truth. I spent countless hours poring over old records and documents related to past cases of missing children, hoping to find a connection between them and the woman I had encountered. My research led me to a startling discovery. Over the years, numerous reports of children going missing around our town had surfaced, yet no solid leads had ever been pursued. Each investigation had ended in dead ends and false trails, leaving families devastated and communities heartbroken. Could this woman be responsible? Was she the key to solving the mystery that had haunted our town for so long? Determined to find answers, I approached the local law enforcement with my findings. Together, we launched a full investigation into the woman and her background. Through diligent work and tireless dedication, we slowly pieced together the puzzle, revealing a tangled web of deceit and manipulation. It turned out that the woman was indeed a serial kidnapper, preying on vulnerable families and stealing their children. She had built a network of accomplices, using various aliases and disguises to blend seamlessly into society. Her twisted motives remained unclear, but one thing was certain. She had caused immeasurable pain and suffering to countless innocent lives. With the truth finally revealed, the woman was arrested and taken into custody. The recovered children were reunited with their families, bringing much-needed closure and healing to the affected communities. The park once again became a symbol of joy and happiness, free from the dark cloud that had hung over it for so long. Throughout the ordeal, I realized that sometimes the most terrifying mysteries lie hidden in plain sight. By facing our fears and delving deep into the unknown, we can bring light to even the darkest corners of the world. And perhaps in doing so, we may discover that the greatest monsters are not always the ones we imagine, but the ones we least expect. In the end, the mysterious woman and her band of enigmatic children were finally brought to justice. However, the experience left an indelible mark on the community, serving as a reminder of the importance of staying vigilant against the forces of darkness that lurk beneath the surface. It also underscored the power of determination and collaboration in solving complex problems. But the story doesn't end here. As citizens, we must continue to engage in open dialogue and discussion regarding issues that affect us all. Let us use this experience as a catalyst for meaningful conversations and debates. Share your thoughts, insights, and opinions on this case and its implications. How did it impact you personally? What lessons can we learn from it? Join us on our YouTube channel to explore these topics further. Engage in insightful discussions, ask questions, and expand your understanding of the world around us. Together, we can create a space for intellectual growth and exploration, fostering a deeper appreciation for the complexity of human experiences. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video with friends and family. Let's keep the conversation going.